My name is Timothy Snyder. I've written a book called On Freedom, and I've been asked to speak about what freedom is. So let's start from what we get wrong. In America, when we talk about freedom, we're often angry, and that's a bad sign. When we talk about freedom, we should be happy. When we talk about freedom, we're very often thinking about us against the world, us against a barrier, us against something that's holding us back. And of course, that's important. It's not good to be held back. It's not good to be behind a barrier. It's not good to be oppressed. But that's only the beginning. When you're free of all of that, who are you? That's the real question. I've read about concentration camps being liberated. And when nurses and doctors arrived, they said, wait a minute, liberated is not the right word. Even if the Nazi guards are gone, people still need care, physical and mental, before they've been free. I've recently been in deoccupied zones of Ukraine, where people said much the same thing. It's good that the Russians are gone, that the torture has stopped, that the executions have stopped, that the kidnappings of children have stopped. But to be free, we need the rubble cleared. We need the services restored. We need the buses to run. And in these extreme cases, we can see an essential truth. Freedom is not negative. Freedom is positive. We need freedom from evil so that we can become the various interesting, eccentric, quirky, good kinds of creatures that we can be. Freedom is positive in a couple of ways. It's positive because it's about the good things in life, the values, the virtues. We're a special kind of creature in a special kind of world where we can affirm, judge, and bring into life the things that we think matter. Freedom is the condition in which that's possible. But how do you get to freedom? This is the second way that freedom is positive. It can't be done alone. No baby can create the roads or the universities or the schools that are going to be necessary for that child to grow up free. Freedom can only be achieved together. It requires collective work and generational work. And the name of that collective work and generational work is government. In America, we're held up by our wrong idea of negative freedom. We think government must be the problem. That's a mistake, and it's a mistake that makes us less free. The right kind of government is the government which exists for and is legitimated by actions to create the conditions for freedom. An example of how we get freedom wrong is the way we talk about free speech. We shouldn't talk about free speech at all. Speech can't be free, for that matter, nor can a country, nor can markets, nor can anything else that we put that adjective in front of, except for us. People can be free. The problem is not a trillion automatic utterances issued forth by the algorithms controlled by some Silicon Valley billionaire. That's not the problem. The utterances aren't the problem. The speech isn't the problem. The issue, the question, is the speaker. We need free speakers. The question of the freedom of speech starts with the free speaker. It has to be positive. Of course, there shouldn't be barriers. Of course, a person shouldn't be restrained, but it's the person that we care about. And since it's the person we care about, we have to ask, is this person being defended? Is this person in a condition where this person can really speak his or her mind? Are we working together to make sure that's true? And the reason for all that, of course, is that freedom of speech is chiefly about not the billionaire, but about the poor person. It's not about the person who has power. It's about the person who challenges power. The purpose of freedom of speech is to protect those who are speaking truth to power. It's not to protect the powerful who are lying to us. So if we think about freedom positively, which I think is the right way to think about it, all of these notions that we say every day, these things we speak out loud, we might think again about. We might find richer ways to express ourselves, which lead us to a richer world with a better notion of freedom and much broader possibilities. Freedom of speech, not free speech. And best of all, free speakers. That's an example of how freedom is positive and not negative.